people, it's Poet, and we're in the RedCubed world. And today is going to be an interesting day. There have been a lot of talks lately about the RedCubed server and the people on it and what we're doing with it, and especially in our private chat that we have going on Skype. There have been a lot of discussions about what we're going to be doing with the server in terms of what we're going to be doing with the new 1.7. Will we be completely starting over? Will there be a new world created? That kind of thing. So the end of the conversation, I'll spill the beans, is that there will be a world reset. I think that's pretty much unanimous. So what you see here will all be gone. And I don't know, I thought that I'd give you guys a really quick tour, but we're going to destroy it all. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to grab these to help destroy it. Maybe that too. And we're going to have at it. Sounds kind of depressing, but I think I'm going to have fun with it. We're basically going to be redoing the world coming into January, I believe, if not a little bit sooner. People are kind of edging towards, I want it done sooner, I want it done like right now kind of thing. But I don't know kind of what the timeline will be. Might not be for a while, and me doing this would be ridiculously stupid, but things like this will still stand. Obviously, I can't burn them. These trees will still stand for the most part because I'm not going to really touch them. But this house, I was actually going to tear it down the other day, and I didn't. I didn't tear it down, and instead wanted to do this kind of thing on camera with you guys. Oh God. Oh, I made it up. What do you know? I wanted to do this thing on camera with you guys. I was going to tear it down by hand, get some... Oh God, there's witches. There's a witch in my house? That's bad. I was going to tear it down by hand, is what I keep trying to say. I was going to get an axe, a bunch of axes, and some shears and stuff, and just tear it down block by block. Because I was going to save all the stuff, but whoops! Feather fallen, baby. Rubber booties save your life, trust me. But, what's that? Why is there a ladder? Why is that like that? Oh, I just realized. The whole thing is fixed. Wait a minute, I gotta look into this a little bit more. Maybe I shouldn't be destroying this. Get the hand of Poet. This guy. It's all fixed. Huh? What? I'm so confused. This is fixed too? Who did that? I'm just blown away. I don't know what to say. Someone was really nice to me. I'm touched by it, actually. I'm kind of getting a little bit weepy here. I mean, that's cool. That is so cool. Someone help me out. I think it might have been Mog Swamp. He said that he was going to help me rebuild. I honestly didn't expect something like this. It's too much. It's too much, man. Too much. Here I was about to go and destroy the whole thing. Now I feel like, I don't know, it deserves a second chance here. Don't have any torches, huh? I'm desperate here for lighting. Yeah. There. It's better than nothing. Help light up the top there a little bit, not really. Yeah. Wow. That changes everything. I can throw these away. I am not going to use them. That is... I mean... Now I don't know what to think. That was going to be this whole episode, really. It changes everything. Give me the whole episode of me tearing this down, going over, you know, the memories of this place. I think I still will go over the memories of this place, but now you can see it for what it was. It's still, of course, not finished. This, in fact... Wait a minute. Yeah, this, in fact, there's like a few layers here that are... They've gone too far, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe someone fixed that, too. It was a little bit out of alignment here because I was actually not finished layering this out. This walkway was supposed to go way out several more blocks, like maybe 3 times the length or something, almost to the middle, and then a railing all around it, and then this was all going to be decorated up here with different rooms. That's something that I don't know why I never really worked on. It was just something that I never complete things that I start, and that's a real problem with me. You know, if there was one thing that I have to better myself on, it's finishing what I start. And I mean, this whole place is a testament to that, because the place in itself I built, it didn't take me very long. I mean, really, it's just a dome. I was getting the sheep's wool that was the most difficult part of it, but apart from that, I mean, really didn't take me that long. So what you see, I mean, it looks grandiose, but it's not. And so that's why it's taking me so long to complete anything, is because, like, I just don't complete things that I start. That's the way that it is. That's the way that I am. Real problem. There's no excuse, is what I'm saying, because it's really easy. Like, what I've done so far has been really easy. I could easily finish it, but I don't. My tree farm keeps getting replanted. I keep tearing it down. I was gonna move my tree farm. Actually, I keep tearing it down. I mean, it's giving me lots of logs. People keep replanting it. I think someone keeps walking up and saying, "Oh no, someone didn't replant Poet's tree farm," and they keep replanting it. But all the while, it's another one of those things where I'm not finishing what I started. I tear this down like so, but then I don't take the extra step of, like, tearing this all up and cleaning this up, making it look different, making it look good. So how are people supposed to know, really? I think they're just trying to do me a favor. But yeah, the fact remains, I was going to tear this down and move it, just never did. I might as well now. If I want to tear something down. I mean, I came here all prepared for destruction, and now I got to be careful with everything. I mean, come on. But I guess that changes things. I mean, I'll still do a little tour, but I got a few things to talk about then. I'm getting settled in my new place. Now, if you don't know, I'll kind of give you some background information because people might be confused. I know that I've been talking about this new house that I bought and stuff. Basically, I have, at this point, 2 houses. And really, this one is going to be my new home. This is where I'm going to be living now. And I'm basically moving out of the old one. It's already done. I've moved out. So that's that. I'm now canceling services like internet at the old location and stuff like that. And making sure all the address changes are done. And so this is going to be the new residence. So this is really the first couple weeks that I've lived in my new house. And it's been interesting, to say the least. It's been very interesting. There are a lot of things that I'm still getting used to. Every house has new sounds. I'm pretty sure this one's haunted, you know, that kind of thing. Which is hilarious to say. I'm of course kidding. I'm not a believer in ghosts in that way. I'm not going to say that I know everything about the paranormal and what's true in this world and what isn't. You know, I'm not that bold. But I will go out on a limb and say, like, I'm fairly certain that if there are such things in this world, nothing's wrong with this house. I mean, there's nothing in this house that's bad in any way. But what I mean to say is there's lots of little quirks, you know, little pops and bumps in the night and things like that you hear. And it's not so much like, ooh, I'm scared. It's that, like, oh, I'm trying to get a good night's sleep and there's the pipes are banging and stuff, you know? Because it's a 109-year-old house. I mean, this is an old house. It's got old noises. Something to get used to. Just things like that. And then, you know, I went to wash my hands in the upstairs. It's a two-story house. And the upstairs has its own bathroom and stuff. And I was in the upstairs bathroom washing my hands. And I look, and the sink is like pouring water underneath the sink. And so I'm like, I'm fighting with the thing to get the water to stop. I have like cloths wrapped around it. Like little things like that that you just didn't know about before you bought the house. And I mean, it's nothing bad, but you know, it's nothing that I can't fix. But little unexpected things like that. And it's all kind of part of the fun, you know. Eh? I certainly don't mind little things like that. I'm quite a jack of all trades. I can fix a lot of things. I'm a handyman type of thing. And so, you know, fixing the plumbing was one of the things that I wanted to work on right away. Tearing down the walls and putting up new walls, which is quite a job as well. I haven't decided on a paint color yet. I've looked at red. I've looked at a different kind of purple. The walls were a very bright purple when I moved in, but it was almost too bright. So I'm gonna maybe darken it or completely change it. I don't know what to change the color to though. It's honestly like I just don't know what I can change it to. But there's that, and then the other thing, the very unexpected thing, was meeting my neighbor. Now, I gotta tell you guys about my neighbor, and it's quite interesting. Go away. Die a little. Thank you. There we go. So, here I am. It's like 1:30, maybe 2 in the morning. And as you guys know, I stay up late. Or if you don't know, well, the truth is I stay up late. Okay? My sleep schedule is completely out of whack with me not going to work anymore. Like, I mean, a full-time job. Don't get me wrong, I am working on YouTube. But it's not like a 9-to-5 job where I have to be up at 6 in the morning to be at the office for 8 in the morning kind of thing. You know, so I don't have to wake up. I sleep in quite a bit. And because I sleep in quite a bit, I stay up quite a bit. And so my sleep schedule is it's quickly turning to me being up all night and sleeping all day, which is completely opposite. And there's really no need for it. There's no need for me to stay up all night and sleep all day, because basically everything you can do at night, you can do in the day. Like, there's no benefit to staying up all night. It's not like there's something that I can do at night that I can't do in the day. So I gotta really work on that and improve that. But where was I going with that? Yeah, so my sleep schedule's out of whack, and God, where was I going with that? I was talking and then got confused. I hate when this happens. Maybe it's because it's late. Okay, tree farm, taking it down. Oh yeah, my neighbor. Okay, this is why I was talking about the late night. Right. I got it. Back on track. Okay, so it's 2 a.m. in and about. It was maybe a quarter to. And I remembered, oh, I gotta take out the trash. It's Tuesday, it's trash day, take out the trash. So it's different for me because my old trash day was Thursday. So now I'm kind of like trying to get used to, okay, have to get used to it being Tuesday. That's fine. I can get used to that. That's, you know, that's fine. Eh? There we go. Oh! Hello, chickens. People said that I should put hoppers and collect, but if I'm to be honest, I don't really want that many chickens. Man, I hear spiders. Why do I hear spiders? Anyway, this is the incomplete, again, never finished it. The incomplete cow farm. There's going to be a button, and then the water shoots out, and all the cow drops move to the middle into hoppers, and it was going to, it was going to be really slick. Never got it finished, unfortunately. So, bouncing cows, never finished it. There's a door missing there. Little things like this. Doors missing. The grass never growing. You know. All these horses and stuff. Very cool. I'm going to miss this place. It's still, even though it's not finished, I'm going to miss it. You know. This was going to be a giant park. I had plans on making a very interesting pattern here, design here. It was going to be almost like an octagonal garden that you could walk through. It was going to be really awesome. I had the plans all sketched out and everything. It was really just a matter of me getting down to it and doing it. But again, you know, problems not finishing things I start. So, I mean, yeah, what can I say? Anyway, let's get back to 2 a.m. I'm taking out the trash. Okay. Oh, crap! You're going to make me lose my train of thought. 2 a.m. I'm taking out the trash. And all of a sudden, this neighbor of mine, who lives 2 houses down, comes out of nowhere. I mean, nowhere. This guy's Ninja Man. He's a man who is ninja. That's just like he's the embodiment of a ninja. He's 70 years old, I found out. And here he is at 2 in the morning walking his dog. His dog named Dusty, I think it is. And Dusty is probably, oh god. Wow. What is this? Oh god, no. Man, skeletons? Whoa. That is too many arrows firing off there. Eh? Eh? Where are they? Are they underneath the tree? Okay. Escape! Oh no, it's their leader! Oh! Well, he's dead. The skeleton army? Terrible. Just terrible. Ooh! Make a record disc! Wouldn't that be funny? Oh! He did! Lucky day. Lucky day. I love that. That made everything better. Okay. So, getting back to the story. It's 2 in the morning, and all of a sudden, Ninja Old Man comes out of nowhere. And he says, "Today's not the day to take your trash out," which is really nice of him to say. I was actually kind of appreciative that he said that, because we had a holiday, and then it was like the next day wasn't the normal trash pickup day, so we had to like put it out the following day, and I didn't know any of that. I'm new to the neighborhood and everything. So you know, what do you do? What do you do? I'm very appreciative of him. It was very good man to do that. And he didn't have to do that, but he went out of his way to do that. But this guy, I'm not sure if he's good or bad yet. It's kind of like, you know, there's some things about him that I like. Like, he was very nice to tell me about that. But let's see. Yeah. Nobody wants to buy any music? Is that a thing? Wow, look at all these that I have. Nobody will ever buy that one. I should actually I should have like an in-store tester. Like if I just go like this and say like, let's see, do I have a sign that I can use? No. I'm gonna say like, put a sign here that says like, try it out. You know, that'd be pretty funny. But anyway, let's give you some examples of this guy and the way that he acts. Like, first of all, he's walking his dog at 2 in the morning, which is kind of odd enough as it is. But it almost seemed like he was stalking me in a way. Like, not stalking, but he saw me go outside. And so he decided that he would also go outside just to make that confrontation. It just seemed that way. It seemed like a very canned thing for him to walk up and say, hey, that's not garbage day. Even though he's like he's down the street from me. He's not extremely close. Try it out. Okay. Try before you buy. But yeah, he's kind of like, he's just there. Like he was watching for me or something. But little things like he'll say something like, oh, I see that you're working real hard inside the house. You've got new flooring, it looks like. It's like, how would you even know that? You can't see the floor from the windows unless you're like peering into the windows. Or he'll say something like, today, I saw him again. He was shoveling snow for my other next door neighbor. And he says, oh yeah, I shovel snow. It keeps me exercised and healthy and this and that. And that was nice, you know, that was cool. You know, you're helping the neighbors out and you're getting exercise. It's good. And, oh yeah, Vaughn's here. Forgot. I was going to make a day. But then he says, again, like, oh, I see that you tore down one of your walls. Because I'm working on the walls. I'm tearing down the old, they had this, like, 60s wood paneling. I'm taking that down and I'm replacing it with drywall and paint and, like, nice walls, you know, actual walls. And so he says, oh, I saw that your walls were torn down. It's like, why are you watching? He's the neighborhood watch, is what he is. I mean, but that's what retirees do. They watch for things like that, I guess. I don't know, gives them something to do. I don't really mind it. He's a nice guy. And it'll be nice to have him as a neighbor, I think. But it's just, I'm still not 100% on him yet, you know. It's still learning experience for me, having a neighbor like him. There we go. But yeah, it's kind of this weirdness factor that I'm not used to, I guess, of having someone who's so, you know, he seems to know everything that I'm doing, like he's watching. I have that feeling, like if I do you know, anything private in my house, he's gonna know about it. He's gonna know, you know, it's just that feeling. And it's not like I'm doing anything bad that I would care that anybody knows. But it's still, like, I like having a private, personal space, and him going out and saying, like, you know, well, I saw that you're doing blah, blah, blah. It's just a little bit weird for me, I guess. Feels like. Okay, so I can't tear this down, but I've basically gone from point A to point B of everywhere in here. It's not really that big. It's not really that grand. I've shown you my record store in the Nether. This glass dome, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag with this one. because it doesn't look like it'll ever be finished either. It was going to be really epic. It was going to be really cool. And I want to explain it in a way that makes it seem like it was going to be worth the wait, but I don't know. So this dome was going to be a complete orb, like a complete sphere. Not sphere. Yeah, sphere. Complete sphere. It was going to be giant sphere. And inside it was going to be half, yes. It was going to be half water. And then inside there would be a floating island. Like, not really floating, but there would be an island inside there. Yep. Yes. It would be like a little biome inside there. Like, you know, a biodome. An actual biome. And I don't know, it was just going to be like, that would be the port of entry. The nether portal would be up there or something. And it would be like the main entry into the storage area, which was going to be like this really awesome. It was going to just be, this would be cut off eventually, and it would be just a pool down there. And people would drop, and as they drop, if you drop, you see like the spiraling happening with the zigzags. Like, that's what it was supposed to be like. Is that you come down from there, you drop down, and it'd be like one of those dropper maps where it's just zigzags and zigzags and zigzags, and oh, it would be so cool. You get to the bottom, and then there'd be a new chest area that I also had a diagram for. I mean, everything was planned, but I just never got around to it after over 100 episodes. We're on like episode 115 or so, and it's just, you know, I never got around to it. I'm just so disappointed with everything that I've done. This needs to be double the size by now, you know? It's really, really too bad. Anyway, there you go. I mean, I just wanted to mention my new neighbor and kind of, you know, how he's not invading my private personal space just yet, but some of the things that he's doing is like, it's almost like nosy neighbor. He's a nosy neighbor. I can tell that already. He's luckily, he doesn't seem to be the type to, you know, pick on me for like, oh, well, I see that you're doing something or other without a building permit. And, you know, so he's not a bad nosy neighbor. If he's just being friendly, you know, trying to find out more so that, you know, he can be friendly about it, then that's fine. So, yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, there you go, Vaughn. Have fun with my sheep. One last thing, I want to tell you another story about my brother. And I talked about my brother in the previous episode, how every time I see him, he has like a misfortune that happened to him. Steal or turn them brown. Do whatever you like. Smiley face. Don't mind. Oops. Okay. So my brother had this another misfortune. He just recently traveled across Canada. He went to Halifax. That's on the East Coast. He went all over the... Alright. You do that, Dave. So he just traveled across Canada to the East Coast, saw all the maritime provinces, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and so forth. I think he went to Prince Edward Island, I'm not sure, but all these other places in Canada. And he did so on a train, so he actually took a train through all of Ontario and Quebec, and, you know, really saw Canada for what it is on a train. So he gets to these places. As he's traveling, he's staying at hostels and cheaper hotel type places. And what? Detected at the future site of Skybridge Bob. The future site, what? The future site of Skybridge Bob? Well, that was way over there. That was... the future site of Skybridge Bob was my skeleton farm, record farm. Uh-oh. This place. This is the future site of Skybridge headquarters or whatever. Isn't it? Future site of Skybridge Bob HQ. Huh? Uh-oh. Whoa! What the heck? What happened here? Extreme seismic activity. Oh, what? What? It like completely cut through. Eh? I'm so confused. I think this is all going to be like completely destroyed or something. I just have a feeling. I have a bad feeling. I don't know. But anyway, my brother's traveling to all these different hostels and stuff, and every single place he goes, and it's customary, every time you go to a hotel, no matter how nice it is, you check for bed bugs. That's just something that my father instilled in me, you know, because bed bugs are quite a problem here in the province that I'm in, especially in some of the more poorer communities. So you look for bed bugs, and my brother was doing that. That's kind of what he learned as well, is that you look for bed bugs. And he was checking everywhere, and, you know, everything was fine. In all the places that he went, especially like some of the more sketchy places that he went to, he checked extra carefully and was all fine. So him and his girlfriend were at this place, and it was actually a really nice place, really gorgeous bed and breakfast, and they had like fresh lobster right out of the ocean, basically right there. And you know, it was really awesome experience, high end, good quality everything, you know. And so he thought, you know what, I don't need to check for bed bugs here. This is like swanky place. I don't need to check. It's amazing. So you can imagine what happened next, but it's not what you think. Eh? Where the heck does this go? It's not what you think. He didn't go and check and there were bed bugs. No, in fact, what happened next was unexpected. Him and his girlfriend were laying in bed, and this is after, you know, they decided that they weren't going to check for bed bugs, and they were just relaxing and things like that. And he goes to get out of bed, and he pulls the sheets off of them, and there are these three big June bug-like creatures under the sheets. Like these massive... Speaking of massive... The heck is all this? Huh? The kill zone? Some kind of a mob farm? Wonder what kind of zombies? Maybe? So they get out of the bed, and there's these three massive bugs that he said were like June bugs. And it was kind of funny because they hadn't checked. And so they look under the covers, and there's these three big bugs, and they're just meh, you know, they make this big loud noise, this meh, as they fly out of the bed. And his girlfriend looks at him, and they have these like horrified looks on their faces. And she says, "Those were in the bed with us the whole time?" So she proceeds to her defense reaction, he described as the funniest thing he'd ever seen, was just she slowly pulled her shirt over her face, like just the top of her shirt, pulled it up over her face to cover it like a mask, you know, and then laid down on her side on the bed and didn't move. That was her defense for the giant bugs that were in the room. So you can imagine what they thought. I mean, that was just so funny, this misfortune that he has. Like, he doesn't check for bed bugs anywhere. And then the one place they didn't check, or he checked for bed bugs everywhere, I should say. And the one place they didn't check turned out to have these massive bugs in the bed with them. Just hilarious, hilarious. The way that he describes it, of course, is way, way, way better than I could describe it. You have to be there to see it. I mean, he does like facial expressions and the different sound effects. It's just incredible. How did I get here? I don't even know sometimes. I just run and I end up here. But I think I'm going to end it there on that note. RedCubed Server, map reset. I actually can't wait. I said in, I think, my last video that I was actually for it. And I think that as people discussed it, even the people who were working on lots and lots and lots of projects kind of said, you know what? They're projects that probably will take a very long time to finish. Might as well do them on the other server, or might as well do them on the other world load, the map, the new map. Or they might not ever get finished, so might as well reset it anyway. Things like that. So it's going to be exciting. Things like this are the things that I'm going to miss. The things that I fully didn't get to appreciate. This apparently, according to Omen's video, I think a lot of you saw the Omen leaving RedCube video. He described this place as, it used to be the go-to place. Everybody was here. Everybody hung out here. Kind of like how everybody used to hang out in my basement for a while there. In the little tiny village that we built underneath my house with the courthouse and all that kind of stuff. There has been talk about doing the Skybridge Bob trial still. A lot of people still want to do it. A lot of people say, nah, that ship has sailed. Nobody remembers that anymore. I'd still like to see the conclusion of it. Just as kind of like maybe a final farewell type of thing. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to miss the things that I never got to explore. That's going to be the biggest thing that I miss right now. And then, you know what? We're going to start new. It's going to be even better, even more awesome. I have ideas for a new place. Much more epic, much more... I can't even really describe it to you guys. It's not going to be a normal like little house like that. I'll tell you that much. What I have in mind will be completely different. I think I'll leave you with that note. That's a much better note to leave you guys on. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button because I do appreciate it. So does the video itself. The entity that is the video appreciates your like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And do all those other awesome things that you people do. Definitely leave a comment. I want to hear your thoughts on everything we talked about and all that kind of stuff. We'll see you next time on the RedCubed server. Bye-bye.